right, next thing I do want to talk about, staying on the Mavs, is what Justin Up just said. Justin Up just said in chat. Street saying J-Kid turned Kyrie into a spot-up shooter. I just say they don't watch the Mavs, and I completely agree. I'm gonna be honest with you, I completely fucking agree. And even if that is the case, because from what I have seen, he has been spotting up more this year compared to what I know of Kyrie. Even if that's the case, y'all gotta chill out on Kyrie, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I love what I've been seeing from Kyrie Irving this year. He's playing like he's playing within the flow of an offense, not trying to do too much. He's showing that he can allow Luka to be Luka while still providing value to this team offensively. He's having one of his best passing seasons of his career, arguably the best, because I don't know if y'all noticed, chat, and Kyrie has always had a low assist-to-turnover ratio, which is kind of crazy with the fucking handles that he got. But so far this season, he's averaging around 7 assists, less than 2 turnovers a game. And again, the efficiency is there. A couple games ago it wasn't, but he had a monster game last season, so the average is caught up. So far, 23 points, 46, 40, 90 splits. This is great for Kyrie, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like even one of the criticisms that Kyrie has gotten over these last couple of years is, hey, dribbling too much, trying to do too much, trying to get into your bag too much. When in reality, you can get into your shot with 2 dribbles. You can get into your shot within 4 dribbles max. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie has gotten this notion of a player that needs the ball in his hands to be effective, but clearly this season, Kyrie's been fine. Kyrie has been fucking fine. And I just don't like this counter Kyrie hate because of the fact that he's not tying out there. When in reality, Kyrie is about to be 32. You know what I'm saying? This is not a young player anymore. He has a clearly better floor raiser on his team who is younger than him, who can solo squad better than him. Let him go to work. And Kyrie, aid him along the process and be Robin. I don't know what to tell you. Kyrie has accepted the fact that he's Robin. I also love the fact that, hey, Kyrie's just playing basketball too. How about that? Motherfuckers have been on Kyrie's dick talking about he's a cancer to every single fucking team that he's on, talking about how he's a locker room cancer. All he does is bring drama to a fucking team. Where are those guys now? Where are those guys now? Because all I've seen so far this season is Kyrie has put his head down. He's playing within a system, playing off ball. It's leading to wins, and he's just balling the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Kyrie, man. Shout out to Kyrie. And even then, he still dropped 35 on the Pelicans. He still dropped 35 on the Pelicans. 35.7 assists. Stop playing with Kyrie, dog. I ain't gonna lie. In my opinion, the most overhated player in the league, the most understood player, a misunderstood player in the league, Kyrie, bro. God damn.
For the ball hawk, ball handling glove.
Nah, because we got to watch these highlights now, man. We got to watch
room
these.
for air when you dribble this way. So it's like a game.
Now, Luka, they're not a pace team, by the way. They were 28th in pace last year.
There we go.
Kyrie,
boom.
He gets it.
And that's the thing, is he's gonna keep
What, like, what's wrong with that, bro? Why does he need to dribble?
Last year.
If he's fucking open, shoot it.
As he protects it,
If he's fucking open, shoot it.
And that's the
And yes, this is a Celtics fan defending Kyrie. Because I'm going to be honest, the Celtics and how they treated Kyrie was a travesty. Oh, shit, my bad. The way the Celtics treated Kyrie when he was here, a fucking travesty, dog. The way Boston media cooked Kyrie was some of the most disgusting media agenda pushing I've ever fucking seen as an NBA fan. I ain't gonna lie, bro. As a Celtics fan who lived in Massachusetts, the way people were talking about Kyrie in this state was disgusting, dog. L nuance, L ball knowledge. Yo, Jesus Christ. L overreactions. Shout out to Kyrie, man. Shout out to Kyrie. He felt miserably. All right, man. All right. We can get into it. Though. Celtics fan defending Kyrie. I've seen it all. Absolutely cap. He failed miserably. Bro is not a leader. BSOLZ. And I think his explanation starts right here. Okay. So Carl Cash says he left Cleveland to be the man of his own team and was incompetent and left the minute shit got hard. Okay. And then he says, you left LeBron just to be KD's sidekick. Let me say that again. You left LeBron just to be KD's sidekick. And then he said, blood would literally be penny without LeBron. 2 series wins in 7 years with the players he's had by his side. Let's see. Super casual for stating a fact. I think that's where his argument. His stats literally drop onto the postseason along with efficiency. The only series he's won is Pacers in 2019 and a series on a crack team in 21. Let's see. Okay. That should be it. So I will say this. Because I'm trying to be objective with this conversation as much as possible. I will say Kyrie has been riding the fuck out of that 2016 ring. I will say that. The conversations that Kyrie Irving fans still have to this day revolve way too much around what he did in 2016. Newsflash, 2016 was 7/8 years ago. I ain't gonna lie. So I will agree with you there. The amount of times I have these conversations about Kyrie and him being a champion still gets brought up till this day. And we don't even want to talk about who Kyrie is at this point in his career. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all try to put him in these conversations that he just shouldn't be in because of a ring that he had 7 to 8 years ago. So I will stand with you there. My argument with Kyrie in his Boston era and why he's one of the most misunderstood players is the fact that when people talk about this era with Kyrie, so much context gets so lost. And the argument gets boiled down to what bro said in chat. And it just gets boiled down to, hey, Kyrie left LeBron to be his own man, to be the man on his own team, left, failed, and went on to be KD's sidekick anyways. And I think that's such a misunderstanding of what the fuck happened in Boston. Because in 2018, there is literally no problem with how Kyrie played. 0 bar none. I ain't gonna lie. 0 bar none. We're looking at, up until this point, 24 points a game, 5 assists, 4 rebounds in 32 minutes of play. So he's not playing a lot of minutes, putting up essentially the same numbers from he did last season, playing 3 less minutes. For those who don't remember, in 2017-2018, the Celtics also went on this crazy-ass fucking winning streak, and there definitely wasn't any complaints there. What is this? A 15-game winning streak? 16-game winning streak. Started off the season 16-2, 17-3. What is this? 18-3. Shit was insane. Being led by Kyrie Irving. If we look at this stretch in the first 18, 20 games, Kyrie was putting up 23, 5, 3, 48, 37, 88% from the field. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time he got injured, which is also big, for those who don't remember, in March of that year, he was marked out for the season because of a knee injury, I believe. The Celtics still had a really good record with Kyrie playing a majority of the season. So I don't know how to count the fucking. Oh, here we go. They were 41-19 in games Kyrie played. All right. So let's do a little bit of math here. If they were 41-19 out of 82 games, that is 41 times 82 divided by how many games? 60. That's a 56-win pace with Kyrie at the helm. I don't know about you, but there is nothing wrong with a 56-win pace with Kyrie Irving leading the way. All right? That seems to me like a dude that actually left LeBron and was proving everyone wrong. And then he gets injured. And then because of great coaching and because of players stepping up in his absence, they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. One game away from making it to the NBA Finals. And I see Carl in the chat saying Celtics are literally almost always in the ECF. Made the ECF literally after the year he left. I do want to say this, and at that point, when the Celtics made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie, that is when the Boston media started become nasty with Kyrie. This is when the conversations around the Celtics being better without Kyrie came about. When there was literally no statistic that proved that. I don't know how people came to that conclusion, but this idea that the Celtics and the fact that they made it to the ECF meant they were better without Kyrie, did not know where that came from. Because even if we look at the regular season, once again, they were on a 56-win pace with Kyrie at the helm. And even if we look at on-off numbers that year, we're looking at on-off numbers that state that the Celtics offensively were 7 points better with Kyrie on the court. And then defensively, were 4 points better with Kyrie off the court. But that still means that he had a positive net rating. So when push came to shove, in the minutes that Kyrie was on the court, they were a positive with Kyrie on the court. I don't know what to tell you. And then again, that logic that the Celtics made the ECF so they play better without Kyrie is so flawed, because that's like saying, and motherfuckers like to bring this up with MJ too. Hey man, yo, just the Bulls were one game away from an ECF without Jordan the year after. Okay, fair. Shout out to those Bulls teams, but I just think that speaks more towards coaching and the supporting staff that Michael Jordan had as opposed to the value that Michael Jordan had. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are still a net positive when the difference between you playing and not playing is a second round exit and a three-peat. You see what I'm saying? You're still a net positive when the difference between you playing is one game away from the NBA Finals to actually being there. That's a net positive. I don't know if people know how that works. That's still a net positive. And even if we want to look at exactly what the fuck happened, I just find it hard to believe that Kyrie wouldn't have been of use in a Game 7 where Terry Rozier was 2 of 14 and Marcus Smart was 1 of 10. Right? I would just find it hard to believe that in this game, Kyrie would have been no value when your 2 point guards were a combined 3 of 24. So that's that. That's 2018, right? And Carl is asking me to go to 2019, so let's go to 2019. 2019 comes about. I just need to remind y'all, Gordon Hayward gets injured in minute 5 of game 1 in 2018, right? So he comes back in 2019, still coming back from this crazy, gruesome injury. Kyrie is also coming back from a season-ending injury, right? We're going into the season with Jason Tatum having some ego on him, rightfully so. We're going into the season with Jaylen Brown, Marcus Morris, Terry Rozier, all these other pieces that contributed to that Eastern Conference Finals run having an ego to them, and rightfully so. And then we go back to trying to integrate Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward into the fold of, you know, this squad that did a lot of things in the season prior. So now there's a battle of egos. Now there's one ball and too many people that need the ball in their hands to be effective. Kind of similar to the LA Clippers. Kind of similar to the LA Clippers. And what you have is a season where, despite the Celtics still having a winning record, winning 49 games, it is a underachievement because the argument is, yo, this is a team that went to the conference finals without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, and now they're coming into the season with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. So they gotta be better. They gotta be better. But if you actually think basketball-wise and add some nuance to it, you would understand that, yo, it is not as simple as that. That is a on-paper argument, and when you roll that ball out, it is not going to be fucking pretty. It is not going to be pretty. So if you look back into the season, which is Kyrie's last season, a lot of the blame was put on Kyrie for being a bad leader, right? A lot of this season was put on Kyrie for being a bad leader, for being a toxic person, a locker room cancer. And this is where I say the Boston media just got fucking nasty with it. And why I felt like Kyrie was being blackballed and, you know what I'm saying, misunderstood is because of his narrative. To put everything that happened on the season on Kyrie is dumb as fuck. It's dumb as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Again, injuries played a factor going in this season. Egos mattered. In my opinion, when push came to shove, it became more so a talent management problem. It became a roster construction problem, right? Those are the things that it became a coaching problem. Those are the things that I blame for the failure of this season. And in 2019, in the playoffs, because I know Carl wants me to bring up the playoffs, and this is where I'm not gonna throw Bill to Kyrie. Kyrie did play like shit. I ain't gonna lie. Kyrie did play like shit. He did. I'm looking at the series. We're looking at 20 points, 36%, 22%. A 91% from the line. You know what I'm saying? Like he played like shit. Okay. So again, I'm not trying to hold Kyrie from any accountability. He does need to be held accountable for that. He does. Period, point blank. But this was also a case of, yo, they just played a better team. I don't know what to tell you. 2019 Giannis was the MVP of the league. You look at this team. Hey, this was a great team. They lost to a great team of equal footing. And when push came to shove, that's what it was. That's what it was. There were actual basketball reasons as to why Kyrie got shut the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the perimeter defense that this team had. This team was a fucking beast defensively. I don't know if y'all remember. This team was a fucking beast. Kyrie then leaves the next offseason. And now, you can make the case like Carl is making in the chat. When the going got rough, Kyrie just left. And I would just like to ask you, if you were in Kyrie's situation and the whole fan base, the whole media of this team is telling you that they're better without you, they are shitting on you left and right, even though there's way more nuance as to why the fuck the season happened. You don't feel loved here. You don't feel accepted here. They literally want you out of town. What would you do? What would you do? Would you stay? Would you stay in a situation where you're unwanted? Would you? Hey, listen, I'm going to be honest. Especially if I'm a free agent. You're making a soft argument for it, bro. Hey, I guess. But, hey, I'm asking you, though, right now. If you're in a situation going into free agency where the team you were on is perpetually shitting on you, the fans don't like you, would you go back? Or would you go back home to Brooklyn and team up with your best friend KD and make something shake there? I'm going to keep it a bean if I had that option. And especially if I was traded to a team that I didn't want to go to anyways. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm re-signing that Supermax and proving why I was traded for after multiple years of coming short. Yes, I'd asked for a trade. I mean, that's fair. You could also do that. Supermax is crazy though. I don't think he was in the conversation for a Supermax. I don't think he qualified. But hey, listen. If you want to endure that, that's on you. again, I just felt like that whole era was so misunderstood from the perspective of people blaming Kyrie for things that it was just out of his control, or the reason why it wasn't because of Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? 2018, again, that whole idea of the Celtics were better without Kyrie, the most bogus shit I've ever seen. 2019, this idea of putting all the blame on Kyrie was bogus. Again, accountability should be held from Kyrie. He wasn't perfect this season. But this idea that he was the problem, the only problem, 100% of the problem, was not the case whatsoever. It was a big pie that could be divided up into so many different fucking pieces. You know what I'm saying? So many different, like, I ain't gonna lie. Jason Tatum played like shit this series. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jason Tatum, 12 points, 36%, played like shit this series. Gordon Hayward, who again is supposed to be your second best player at this point, putting up 7 points a game on 34%. He played like shit. And whether you want to attribute that to him coming back from injury or not, that's a part of it. So it's either bro shit the bed or bro shit the bed because of injuries. Regardless, there's accountability held, and that should go to Gordon Hayward. Terry Rozier shot 29% from the field. Terry Rozier shot 29% from the field, bro. I don't know how much you want Kyrie to make up, but at some point, again, it was just a case of we got outplayed by a better team. Where's Marcus Morris in all of this? Okay, Marcus Morris actually balled out. I'll give him that. Whatchamacallit? You don't hear all this media and locker room nonsense since he left. With the Celtics? I ain't gonna lie. I heard a lot in 2021. Listen, I don't know. I heard a lot in 2021. I also heard a lot last season. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro.